Friendly police officer. He's even wearing a mask. Oh, that's good. Look. Yeah, that's a statue indeed. That's a real one. Hello there, welcome from downtown Jakarta, where there is some congestion for the entering the bus terminal. We are going to walk towards the north, following the MRT above. We are going to look at how Jakarta is slowly getting back to life as COVID restrictions are lifted, shops are more open, restaurants are opened. So let's have a look. There's a lot of people today. It's a Friday afternoon. Which means many people will have a weekend off to enjoy on themselves, as most locations are open again. This is not valid for public places really, like parks and stuff. They're also still closed or partially open. You will need a certification vaccine certification is to enter most places, among them public transport, malls, restaurants. So for those who haven't vaccinated yet, they'll have to wait or get vaccinated, of course. If you've been here before, this is the integration of the MRT, first level you see, and the busway system above. Huge skywalk being constructed, the first in Indonesia of its kind. Basically covers the entire intersection here. It's not open yet, the bus stop is also still closed. It is finished now though. And we can cross properly here, so we are continuing our trip towards the north. Jakarta is noisy, as you can hear. I can't help that, but later on if we make it before the rain comes, I'll show you when I've crossed the street. There's no traffic light here, but okay. That's the Jakarta MRT. It's really noisy here. Jakarta is a city of motorcycles and noisy cars. More and more parks are being constructed though, which give some space to pedestrians. But those are still quite hard to find. But it's way better than it was 5 years ago, that's for sure. This is the ASEAN MRT Station on the left. And it's called ASEAN because on the right is the headquarters of the ASEAN Association of Southeast Asian Nations, like the European Union or the African Union. They don't have a currency. What the fuck? They don't have a currency together. They have economic cooperation. They don't have open borders. And there have been talks about open border, about currency, but has never been finalized or really continued. Too diverse, I guess. Singapore is a rich country. Malaysia is slowly getting towards not a third world country, but a first world country, if those terms are still in use. And there's just too much difference in economies to make it one union. Clouds are pulling in. It's about on the edge of the rainy season here, so it tends to start raining every afternoon. We are looking towards the north. 10 kilometers from here there's the Java Sea, and the mountains and volcanoes are behind us. That's where the rain clouds normally come from. I think I'll show you just a little bit up ahead. It's behind the MRT station now. Can't really show. Those are rain clouds forming quite rapidly. Half an hour ago there was sunshine, which means in about an hour's, 2 hours time, it'll probably be raining pretty hard. Don't know if I'm home then, so I brought a little umbrella, and I don't mind if my shoes get soaking wet. So, pretty safe. As we continue walking, another intersection. And this is also the area where the MRT slowly gets into its tunnel. I have to look at the light for the cars to see if I can cross. It's orange now, it's red, so that motorcycle didn't really want to stop, but had no choice. Oh, there they come. Full speed ahead. The pavements here are wide. Until some 10 years ago there wasn't really pavement in Jakarta. You could walk everywhere or nowhere depending on how you see it. This has improved drastically. So it's actually quite nice to walk, especially when the rain is coming in, because in a short while the cool breeze bringing humidity will flow out of the south into Jakarta area. But it's also the sign that you have to get inside, because the rain will reach you in about half an hour. Most likely, if you can smell the rain, if you can feel the cold air, you should probably want to be inside. You don't want to get wet. Actually, they have nice benches here now, look. The green strip is to prevent people parking everywhere. That also works, roughly. That whooping sound is most likely not a police car. No, it's some rich guy trying to force his way in. That's what they do if you have a big car and flashing lights, which are illegal, but still have them because the fine is only 30 euros without enforcement of taking it down. This is a street crossing, but has a barrier. Funny to see, set for those who want to use it. The metro here is MRT, dives underground, not to be seen again. It now runs up to Bundaran HI, Bundaran Hotel Indonesia traffic circle, and is in progress of being extended northwards for another 10 kilometers, 8 kilometers towards the beach area. It's quiet here, not so many shops around, mostly residential here. Once we have made it to the next roundabout, it will be more relaxed, opened up. There will be more people in the street, as there is where the commerce is at. You'll find malls, shops, apartment complexes and offices all together. And it's, as I said, it's a Friday. What a noise. It's a Friday, so people will be outside until late, because that's allowed again. There's no curfew in place. You just can't form crowds, which is of course relative, pretty hard to enforce. But if you want to have a snack outside at the local traditional stalls or something like that, that's perfectly possible again. This park is still closed. It's only closed because with a small piece of tape though. I can't go there, I don't know who that is. I'll find out later. This is upscale residential mostly, next to the MRT here, but that's how Jakarta is. Oh, this one should get a haircut, plant cut. This is about the first 1 kilometer. Let's see how far we make it, because the rain is definitely there. I'm walking northwards, but this shower is probably faster than I can walk. Good thing is we can hop into any MRT station. There's one going down. Although the MRT is quiet compared to trains and traffic, it's still very audible. I can imagine living next to it is not perfect, as they run from around 5 until at least midnight normally. That was before the pandemic. Now they run until 10 or 11 if I'm not wrong. All the side roads are organized here now. All the little parks are green, clean. This one's not closed off, but it's not really much. D-A-H-A. Oh, that must be the street name, I guess. Daha. Looks so organized. But the traffic is terrible, that's for sure. At the roundabout, I'm going to cross first towards the north. And when I find a pedestrian crossing, I'll cross to the western side, because then I'll be out of the direct sunlight. It's not hot, but it's still tropical, so I have to find the best route myself a little bit. And in front of me is the ass of the pizza man, as that statue is known colloquially. He's holding a fire of apparently freedom, built for the Asian Games in '64. Yep, it's a long time ago, but first president loved statues. Along this road there's quite a few of them, and he only was able to put the statues here by creating this throughfare as well. Again, no real crossing for pedestrians here yet. So you basically have to know how the green light rotation is here, which I don't. Now I can see the reflection in the windows. This is also a crossing, but doesn't really lead anywhere. That's pretty dangerous actually. Let's not be bothered by that. Let's wait for a red light and then cross. It's red, so can probably cross safely. This is all the same direction, so only traffic from the right. This one's still green. Here's a friendly police officer. He's even wearing a mask. Oh, that's good. Look. Yeah, that's a statue indeed. That's a real one. We're patiently waiting for the light to turn red for cars. I don't want to get fined. That's too easy for them. There we go. From this area there's much more traffic even, but there's also a separated bike lane and a nice pavement now. It's not yet really rush hour, office rush hour. It's in about an hour's time, and that will last until 8. Yeah, it's almost 4 o'clock now, so that will start in shortly and then run through late because of traffic, and most likely heavy rains, downpours, tropical downpours will affect it as well, making it very uncomfortable to be in traffic. I decided to take the train here earlier today. Prepared myself by bringing an umbrella, and I have something of a light rain cover plastic thingy at the train station, so if I need to I can still reach home not using cars, which is a wonderful thing when the weather is bad. Generally it's not a bad thing, but when it's raining it's really good to have an alternative. Metro is running below us now, and we have a bus stop coming up. Wanted to get off here, but I thought I would take one more to the south. And that showed it. There was another one. There wasn't another one before the end of the line. So okay then. That one's not open yet. This is zebra crossing. So you a little bit have to push yourself. They really don't intend to stop for you. You can enforce it by just looking at them, and yeah, don't force yourself. Don't jump in front. Stop if someone acts like an idiot and tries to kill you. Not worth it. Here we have a pedestrian bridge, which I thought I would cross if there was one. Nah, there's no sun anymore today, I guess. So let's keep on the eastern side. Pavements are really quiet here. Not many people walking today. Slightly too early, I guess. Someone selling food. Yeah, look at that. He is selling hot and cold tea and coffee. All pre-manufactured, of course. Instant coffees, instant teas. Those are really cheap. They will just move around. There will be a lot more of them in the early evening. Normally that runs until very late into the night, until the early morning actually. But probably not during the pandemic. This is one of the entrances to the MRT here in Jakarta. This one doesn't have any floodgates. Slightly erased only. Other ones do have floodgates, and some of them have been tested already in real life, and there was no problem. So the Japanese know how to build a proper MRT system. Big advertisements on a few of the buildings here. There used to be a lot more, but if you don't have a permit, you can't have one. And it's pretty much enforced now, avoiding a hassle and mess of advertisements everywhere. Motorcycle on the a lot of motorcycles on the bicycle lane, in the bicycle lane, because enforcement has gone now. Don't give them any leeway here. Indonesians aren't really scared of a picture of a bicycle on the pavement. They're only scared if there's police enforcing, because that's money out of the pockets. Trees here are relatively new, so there's no real shadow here. No shadows and shades in the afternoon. But in 5 years' time that will be completely different, I hope. Making it even better to walk here. Here is the Sudirman Station building. That one. That one. Two of them. I have good memories going to, I think it was Lufthansa, one of the very first times I traveled to Indonesia. Back then, that's decades ago, you actually had to reconfirm your return ticket. Well, had to is a big word, strongly advised. Well, back then no internet and no email really. Sorry, that's not 20 years ago, that's 22 almost, yeah, that's a long time ago. Back then, no WhatsApp to inform you, of course. Ah, he's got a client, look. Just making some coffee there. That's how you do business here, on your bike. Let's cross the street. Let's have a look at the information first to show you how easy it is to navigate now. Look, we have information from the metro, bus stops, really complete nowadays. This is a zebra crossing, so I should just cross slowly here. Yeah, that works, it's okay. The good thing is you can't really speed up here in Jakarta, so it's relatively safe to cross any street without looking. They hopefully will look out for you. Look, in front of us there's much more of those bikes selling stuff. Because it's late afternoon now, it's 4 o'clock. It's quite easy to sell some coffee, even pot noodles. Pot me it's called here. Cold drinks, coffees, everything here. And most of the people here are office workers. Meatballs, coffee, tea, just snack for your late afternoon after work before heading home, because in most cases that will take upwards of an hour. Commutes here are terrible. Yeah, motorcycles shouldn't be on the pavement, but well, it's wide enough now, so that's their justification. This is the building of the Ministry of Finance. Next to the stock exchange, if I'm not mistaken. Look, some more selling coffees. Is it stock? No, that's not the stock exchange yet. This is the Mandiri building. Mandiri is the biggest national bank, state-owned. Formed after the Asian economic crisis in '98 from collapsing banks. So that was a safe bet after all. Hindsight is 2020, but still that saved a lot of people from getting under, I guess. Hot open area. Oh, the sun has broken through again. Poked to the 5 o'clock. 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 from the clouds that were there. Some of the clouds are still there, but not really increasing, really approaching. So might very well stay dry. Yes, this is the stock exchange building. A lot of traffic with lights, flashing blue lights. That's the police there. They take the right side. It's a little bit of shadow here. This one has a two-step flood defense. Probably because there's no pavement here yet. It's pavement, but not a finalized one, let's put it that way. This is the stock exchange of Jakarta IDX. Don't know about that. Might be a record high, might be a record low. I don't have a clue. Hey, we have a bull here as well. I didn't know that. Can we go there? Look. There's a bull. Did they steal it from the one in New York? Not really sure. No, we can't enter. It's closed off. But there's the bull. It's being repaired, repainted. Not sure what he's doing. Looks like he's cleaning it. Oh, we'll come back later. It'll be here later on as well. Again, this is a zebra crossing. But, oh well. I don't want to say it, but I was right, no one cares. It's easier if they come from the front, like in front of us. Then you can look them dead into the eye, or at least aim for the eyes. And they will stop, because that means there's interaction, and that might mean blame later on, so they'll avoid that. Just like that, they will stop. Not really of their liking to stop for a pedestrian yet, but I'll have to live with it. Nice and wide entrance to a MRT station here. You can't sit near the entrance. This is still the same station as a few minutes ago. Stora Mandiri. This one has 3 entrances, an exit on this side and 3 on the other side. So I might cross here. Thing is, in front of us there's a big Cloverleaf intersection with a pedestrian area, I have to admit that. But no pavements, no crosswalks really, so not a big fan of that during rush hour. I think I'll follow the motorcycle path, which is a little bit more safe. That means we are now passing the National Police headquarters. No, this is not the National Police, this is the Regional Police of Jakarta. Yep, Regional Police of Jakarta Metropolitan Area, and of course they are part of the National Police. I think their headquarters is on the same area though, on the same, just a little bit to the back. We are walking down here so we can use the tunnels to cross this Cloverleaf. Look, afternoon, cyclists come out. Pedestrian thingy doesn't really work here as well. Look at those. They have an illegal sound system in their car. License plate is just a regular one. They have no right of passage at all. They are just big cars with additional lights. And that means you win when you're in Indonesia. To walk down, which is quite easy, and I'll cross after the bridge, the tunnel. So normally there's a lot of traffic from that tunnel, so you can avoid that by passing it first. The upper part is quite new, it's being constructed 5 years ago, something like that. The Cloverleaf isn't really a good system for volumes of traffic, so there was a, how to call it, semicircles built on top from and two directions. That's about it. Actually, I want to let them swipe, do their job. There is a pedestrian crossing which we can or cannot use, or don't need to use. That's even better. That's okay. Okay, first tunnel. This area used to be very unfriendly for pedestrians. There were no real pavements as well, as there was a gas station in the middle. There's no remnants of it on this side. On the other side there is still one little part of the roof left over. Let's see if we can see it from here. It used to be a red and white roof, now it's painted blue though. Don't think it's on this side. Oh, it's no, yeah, it's over there, all the way back. Now, not worth trying to get it on camera. It's for another time. Now the pavements are available and make it easy to walk here. It's just really noisy. But again, it's a shelter for the rain if needed. At night, this is a place to sit down, drink some coffee, you know. Not the friendliest of places, but I think after 10 o'clock it's getting more quiet here, so it's reasonably doable, I guess. I hope. I want to go there, which I can do by cutting through the park or walk around, and I guess I have to do that. Oh, they have made a new pavement for me. Yeah, that's me. Late in the afternoon, so the sun is already quite low here. they working on a new piece of pavement here. Let's focus on getting past it. No additional noise in this video, it's all natural noise, naturally occurring noises of Jakarta, let's put it that way. Oh, they've made an island here, slightly higher than the rest of the road. Not finished, but almost. Look, that looks really nice. Nice, wonderful. I guess it's also to prevent the area from flooding, because it used to happen here, one of the lowest points. On the right side is Plaza Semanggi Mall, the Plaza Semanggi, as it's called. There it is. No clue why the D is there, because it's just a mall. Used to be really crowded with students from nearby university, but those have been off campus for most of 1.5 years, so many shops has closed and have not been reopened yet. There is a nice place upstairs. There's a food court upstairs which used to sell really nice nasi campur with pork. Guess it's still there. There's a banner telling us keep socially distanced and avoid crowds. And that's still in force and enforced heavily. That's a lot of cables putting on the ground. That's glass. That's fiber. Only one cable to my house took half an hour to fix. Imagine if you have to do hundreds of little strands connecting all kinds of buildings. A lot of work, a lot of patience, which I don't have. Jakarta is very much under construction. 22 million people living in the metropolitan area, so yep, you'll need a lot of work to maintain everything. Here's the university I was talking about, Atmajaya Catholic University, and we are still making our way north. We have now been walking for over half an hour, yes, 45 minutes, and I've done about 3.5 kilometers, I guess. Let's continue walking for a while. Another construction site. Drainage systems here. Working hard to fix Jakarta before the rainy season really is going loose on Indonesia. There's a bicycle stand. There are funnier ones, like a snake. when in the train I found out I brought the wrong cable to charge my camera, the sturdy one, not the bendy one. So it might be slightly moving today, sorry for that. But it's still broad daylight, so should be fine. Ooh, there's some cold wind already, fresh winds, cool winds, I have to say. Cold is something different. It's no cold weather here in Jakarta. Although it feels cold when it has been raining for half a day, I have to admit, which is actually quite nice. Another construction zone in front of me. Still the same project. We can pass it on the right. Yes, we can. So we do. Can we? That doesn't really, not really get clean. Yes, we can. At least I think that's the intention. Are we? Not really sure. Uh-oh. More people have walked here. Not ideal. Otherwise it's crossing the street, which is far less ideal. We survived. Okay. Working hard. Yep. There's a river almost below us, in front of us. Let's see. That's right behind these walls, these panels. Can't really see anything. That's a really scary corner. As you see, Jakarta doesn't really have places that sell drinks on the side of the main road. Like this is just an enormous space now. You could put up some booth, right? Just like in Orchard Road, Singapore, or have a licensed food stall here, like in Kuala Lumpur. Make it like Jalan Alor, why not? Future things, let's wait and see. There is one shop behind this entrance that I know of is selling drinks. They should have put up some vending machines outside. Makes it way easier. This is privately owned though. Yeah, it's even open. It's a coffee place, of course, which celebrates Halloween. This is quite an easy one to cross, at least according to the law. Yeah. Just to remind you where we are in Jakarta, Indonesia. I'm going to take a picture of this, as this might be my thumbnail. Or not, I'm not really sure. Just hold on for a sec. There we go. Make one from the other side, because the lights might be better. No, that's not really nice. No, let's continue, no rain yet. As long as there's no rain, we can keep walking. Just like Johnny Walker without the alcohol. Bicycle parking, but no bicycle parking. There's small offices here. We are now entering more downtown area of Jakarta. The houses, residential areas are actually right behind the buildings. This is just one row. And then there is like residential areas. We are not going to walk there today. I want to keep this main road walk only. So you can see what you want to see more of, and let me know in the comments. More office workers about to head home, I guess. Here they are building an interesting contraption. These are two lifts connected by a bridge, but that bridge is a half circle, and then on the other side there is a straight bridge connected to it, which will be the stairs. That looks really nice actually. Jakarta has a huge lack of crossings like this, modern structures. Fun thing is, the old bridge is still there, the black concrete one. They are welding up there, so I'm going to walk around. So I don't want to get welded on. I hear a tune, might be picked up by the microphone. I have heard that before in train stations, I think. Let's see if we can pick it up. Ah, that's the pedestrian crossing. Okay, that's odd. But hey, it's something frivolous. It's okay. Might be odd, but who am I to say it's odd? Yeah, it's like in Japan where you have all those train stations with their own tune, so people know only by hearing that they are at the right station. Handy when you are visually impaired or visually impaired by handphone, mobile device. That seems to be a big disease nowadays. Millennium Centennial Center. Millennium Centennial Center. That's so those are some fancy words. I guess it was built more recently than the last centennial period. What year? 2000. With the cinema back, we are passing the Bank of China branch here in Jakarta at Tamara Center. Here is the office of Vietnam Airlines. I haven't flown them in ages, but I've been here as well. I have had my flights to Vietnam with them, direct flights. Jakarta to Ho Chi Minh and to Da Nang. First time was a long time ago. Most recent time I was in Da Nang is 3 years ago already. 3 years ago? Over 2 years ago. When I had my aerofare from Da Nang to Hong Kong to JFK in New York and back again. Again, no real cameras, just my handphone, my mobile device. So this video is more a collection of pictures, but it's up on my channel somewhere. Okay, I've been holding my camera up for an hour now. I have to admit, it's quite challenging. Actually, I want to continue towards the north, but clouds are moving in slowly. Probably I'll have to use my raincoat later on. My camera is waterproof, but the casing around it with the camera mod isn't. So there you have my problem exactly. That means I have to stop filming once it starts raining, or use my little girly umbrella that I fixed to my camera bag this morning, just in case. This is a bicycle snake that I meant, funnier than the other one. Not odd, this one is not odd, this one is funny, it's okay. Basically I'm just walking around with some different settings than the previous time on my camera, trying to improve my skills, which, yeah, it's not really going well, I guess. But it's also to test battery life, power bank life and all that, just to make sure that once I'm able to travel abroad, I have all the proper stuff with me for my two cameras. One battery of my GoPro died. That was a fake battery. So I'm going to test another brand now. And I have a bigger power bank now, so that helps easing the pain of one less battery. But I can't afford to have one less battery when I'm doing, well, for example, 18.5-hour flight from Singapore to JFK or something like that. Can't just have that shit happen to me. Am I right? Big tower, relatively new. So we have been running for almost 1 hour now. I'll continue some more. It's a nice walk. I actually like walking. Thing is, it's too hot here most of the day. So when I'm able to travel abroad, I actually will walk. Hopefully in a little bit of snow. Don't mind it being cold at all. At least that's what I say now. After almost 2 years of continuously being in Indonesia and unable to leave in an orderly manner, I have my permit in order now. My stay permit has been extended for the rest of my life. Thank you very much, Indonesia. Arranging some last paperwork. After that, I could technically fly out to Europe, get my Indonesian vaccination cards verified in the Netherlands and have them added to the European vaccination app, which means I'm as good as anyone else to travel in the EU, UK, Albania and the US for the time being. More countries probably will be added, and as long as there's no new wave, it should be fine. So when I'm traveling, I'm not sure at all. I generally have an idea what I want to do. I said I want to do the longest flight in the world with Singapore Airlines. That will be a business class flight. I will probably opt for a train ride in the United States and some sightseeing and maybe some domestic flights before heading out to the EU, to the Netherlands, my home country, to say hi to my family, get that damn vaccination card in order, and then I might travel towards the south of Europe, because it's a little bit warmer even in winter, because in the Netherlands there's probably no snow in the winter. Chances of these are extreme. I would love to do that, but never learned it, now I'm too old. The guy in front of us is carrying a lot of weight, most likely on his shoulders, not physical weight. And even wearing shoes. I'm not using any ND filters this afternoon. I'm trying to change that with the metering. I've decreased it a little bit more than normal to -1. The image I see is quite dark, but that means I'm probably edge that up a little where I need it. Better than having too much light, I guess. So, I want to do a race. No. I8. That's probably high level. Oh, no, that's not probably. It's for sure high level government. Oh, they have them here as well. Those bloody irritating questionnaires, people that try to. Well, those was from Plan International. That's terrible. Really hate those people, but they leave me alone. Seeing I have my camera, I always hated them. Even back in the Netherlands. So forcing themselves onto you to just listen to them begging. It's a noble cause, but not a noble way to get to your noble cause. We are approaching the area of Dukuh Atas in central Jakarta. But there is the very end of one of the LRT lines, which is under construction and won't be open this year but late next year, partially because of the pandemic, of course. Oh wait, it said something. Let's walk back. Wait. It says new experience in the public area of the city. That's nearby. That means it might be reopened. It's just a small city park though, but still. This LRT station will Sorry, that's not correct. There's an MRT station just over there, 100 meters away. And this line will continue eventually and cross the main throughfare here towards the west. At least that's the plan, so let's see where it all ends up. Jakarta Experience Board. Okay. Oh, there used to be a skate park down here. Is it still here? Oh, that skate park's over there. Down there. And they're going to build something new here, which is not really clear to me. New bridge, or not? Is that a bridge? Oh, it's a portal, I guess. Can't really make out what they're going to do with it. GX board at Instagram. Okay. New experience is coming, but that's about it. Real secretive. It's coming. It's not here yet. We are crossing the Ciliwung River, if I'm not mistaken. I'll show you. And there's a train station directly next to it. That might be the end of the line for this walk. This has been over an hour, and I'm not really used to walking anymore because of the pandemic, but I've been picking it up again. I need to walk much more than this. So once I'm free outside of Indonesia, I just might be able to walk for half a day or a day like I did in New York a few years ago. Look, that's the Trashy River. Not figure of speech, literally. This is Sudirman Station, named after the road that's also named Sudirman here. And I have to, let's see, I'm always confused because trains run on the right and cars on the left. I think it's one of the only countries in the world that has it. This is Sudirman Station. I'm going to end my trip here for the day. It's been over an hour. And I hope to see you soon in any other video. Might be a walking trip in Indonesia somewhere. I have some train trips coming up. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Spread the word. Spread the word? Yeah, spread the word. And spread the war. Spread the word, and leave a comment if you like. What do you want to see from this video in more detail?